Hi and welcome everyone to the Wheels of Fortune presentation. This is Julie here and thank you very much for attending and watching and listening in. Now, Wheels of Fortune is the brand new fast-paced income opportunity from Cashlines, and Cashlines has been around since February 2011 with members in 25 plus countries worldwide. We've always paid daily, never missed a day since inception, apart from the few days we had scheduled over the Christmas period. We have a great support system, which is so important in this industry. Most support tickets are answered in 24 hours. We also have an instant commission system, and none of this changes with the launch of Wheels of Fortune. You will still have all these same benefits in that program, Wheels of Fortune, the same as everyone that's been in Cashlines over the last year has been used to, will still have those same things. Now, one-time startup cost of just $75 with no monthly or ongoing fees whatsoever. Our products are tools, ebooks, resources, and some fun stuff, because this industry is meant to be fun. And just a quick insight, a quick preview into the sorts of things that you can expect. And these are some of the things that you will have when you log into your members area when we launch that first week in March, which is really very close now. Amongst the videos that you will have the Inspirational Stories video series, which is amazing. Start your own community forum. So step by step on how to do that if that's something you've always wanted to do. Create a squeeze page using WordPress, the mass video formula, relaxing music collection, your personal adventure game under fun stuff, the 20 leads a day training series. This is an ongoing thing which will start shortly after launch, and it will be recorded as well, of course. Free and low-cost resources, graphics, templates, pre-written ads, emails, etc., for those of you that want to promote and market your Wheels of Fortune website. Plus your own replicated website with built-in lead capture page, so no need to go elsewhere to purchase a lead capture system, anything like that. We have that all included for you with your $75 startup cost. Let's have a look at the plan. Let's have a look at the money, because that's the reason everybody gets started in a home-based business, to earn money. As I said earlier, we pay instantly, so the moment you earn a commission, that is reflected in your back office. If you want to withdraw it that very day and get paid that very day, you can do so. There are two Wheels of Fortune, a mini wheel and a big wheel. Everyone starts on the mini wheel, so once you pay your $75, you are instantly on a mini wheel, which is you and 2 empty spots. You move from the mini wheel to the big wheel, which is you and 4 empty spots. Each time one of your mini wheels completes, you will enter a big wheel. Now, when I say each time one of your mini wheels completes, that is because you could start off, it's possible you could even start with more than one mini wheel. But even if you start on just one mini wheel, you could certainly end up with several mini wheels in the system, and you'll see how that works just shortly here. Now, each time one of your big wheels completes, you are paid $225 instantly, because you will cycle there, and you will re-enter a mini wheel and a big wheel with 2 new clone positions. We call these clone positions because they are you. They are like your clones. They are real positions eligible to earn $225, and they are yours. And so we're just cycling once through that big wheel means that you're going back in with 2 positions, so you've doubled yourself just by cycling once. This is one of the most powerful parts of the system, the double re-entry. Mini wheels complete by a combination of new Wheels of Fortune members and re-entries coming from the big wheel. Because remember, we just said there that when you cycle that big wheel and earn 225, you're going to re-enter a big wheel. There are lots of mini wheels and lots of big wheels in the system at any one time. Big wheels complete by a combination of entries from the mini wheel. So, every time a mini wheel cycles, somebody is going to enter a big wheel. And of course, they also complete through re-entries from the big wheel. Every time somebody cycles a big wheel, they're going to re-enter a big wheel. So just to repeat that and make it really clear, each time you cycle the big wheel, you're going to create 2 new clone positions. So one of you suddenly becomes 2 of you. One goes to the mini wheel and one goes to the big wheel. As you cycle, your wheels start to move faster, and the more you cycle, the faster your wheels move. Why is that? Because every time you cycle, you create 2 of yourself. And as the activity starts to increase round about you, upline and downline, okay, you're going to be cycling more and more and creating more and more of those instant 225s. Let's take a look at how the big wheel works. Excuse me. Because the big wheel is really, this is where all the action is. The mini wheel is very simple. You and 2 spots, as soon as they're filled, you cycle to a big wheel. The big wheel has a little bit more to it. And the reason for that is so that we can make the system as profitable and as fast as possible for you. So when you start off on a big wheel, so when you've cycled from a mini wheel and you've got, you're on your new big wheel, you will actually be on the inside circle of your big wheel with 2 empty spots also there on the inside. When those 2 empty spots fill, and that's a combination of entries from the mini wheel and re-entries from the big wheel. When that happens, you will now move to the outside of your big wheel, and you will have 2 more spots left to complete, so spot 3 and 4. So it's 4 spots in total on your big wheel, 2 on the inner circle and 2 on the outside. Once those 2 on the inner circle complete, they're filled, you will move to the outside of your big wheel and you will have spot 3 and 4 left to fill. Now, as soon as spot 3 and 4 are filled, you will cycle, you'll get paid 225 and re-enter a mini wheel and a big wheel. In this example, your 2 outside spots were filled by the same entries that also filled your 2 inside spots. Let's look back here. 1 and 2, when those 2 inside spots were filled, those same 2 entries moved to the outside of your wheel and filled spots 3 and 4 as well in this example. That is not the only way for your outside spots to fill though, and your wheel to complete and cycle. It is one way for it to happen, but it's not the only way. So in this example, let's just go back to it. The same 2 people filled your inside spots 1 and 2 and your outside spots 3 and 4. That is one way that your big wheels complete. To go into all the details is beyond the scope of this presentation, so I strongly urge you to watch a training on how the wheels work so you can understand the power of them and learn how to cycle over and over, generating instant commissions of $225 every single time. There are no limit to the number of clone positions you can have in the system. So as 1 position cycles becomes 2, 2 become 4, 4 become 8, and so on and so on. Each of your clone positions is classed as your personal direct downline for the purposes of the Follow Me system that we'll look at in a moment. But each one is also a real position eligible to earn and pay you $225 when it cycles. In the Follow Me system, your clone positions follow your direct downline and your sponsor. However, your own clones are also your direct downlines. So in effect, you are following yourself as well as your direct downline people and your sponsor. Your sponsor's clones, of course, will follow you because you are part of his direct downline. Now here is the other really crucial part of our system. I mean, the first part is the double re-entry, and this is the second part that makes this system not perfect, because there is nothing perfect. There's no perfect system out there, but it prevents what we call in the industry breakage. And breakage is where there are commissions that are never earned, so never paid out. because there are lots of things going on that are that never complete. And what we've done here is we have turned that kind of on its head. We're doing the opposite. The system always tries to create a cycle by searching for a wheel with the most spots filled. So in the system, every time there's a cycle, big wheel or mini wheel, the system is going to do its best to create another cycle from that cycle by searching for a wheel that is closest to completing. This means maximum cycling in the big wheel and maximum cycling in the mini wheel. By always searching for a wheel that's closest to cycling, the system creates more cycles for everyone because it has a knock-on effect. And of course, the more cycles created, the more instant payments of 225 also created. Now, our payout, commission payout, is $225. You can do that over and over again, but you cannot earn more than that in one go. In other words, we don't have commission payments. You can't go up the ladder and earn 450 or 900 or whatever. It is 225, but there's no limit to the number of times that you can earn that. Looking at it realistically, it's nice, it's exciting to think that you can earn, say, $1,000 or $2,000 a time when you cycle, or when you actually complete whatever action it is you need to complete in order to earn that commission. Nice to be aiming for that, but being realistic, in order to do that, you either have to start high with at very least $300 or more startup costs, or you've got to work long and hard to earn just one commission payment. Now, starting high excludes 90% of people from participating. Working long and hard means that 90% of people never get there. And we know that these are the facts in the industry, because people lose heart, they lose motivation. If they're not earning as quickly as possible, they lose motivation and they move on to something else, and more than likely the very same thing happens all over again. Now we're going to show you, once we've launched and once people can see their back office and their members area, they can see their wheels, they can see exactly what's going on, because we have some great features there where you can track what's going on, where you can see who is going to cycle onto your wheels at any time. It's going to be something where we can train you on how to look at the wheels and look at the positions, the wheels that are going to potentially cycle onto your wheels, what exactly you'd need to do in order to create a cycle or cycles for yourself at any time. So we're going to show you how anyone can earn $1,800 to $3,600 per month with the Wheels of Fortune system. We're also going to show you how through some consistent effort you can earn much, much more than this, because there really is no limit to what you can do. You'll have access to tools and resources in order to cycle over and over, keep on earning those instant 225s. This is not just about what happens on launch day or launch week. This is about earning consistent income on a regular basis well into the future. Wheels of Fortune will supply you with everything you need. You need to bring your enthusiasm and your commitment to yourself. So what now? If you've not already done so, pre-register by completing the form on your sponsor's Wheels of Fortune page. Make sure you are on the right page. You'll then get your own replicated website, and you can refer others to your Wheels of Fortune page to also pre-register. Now, if you're an existing Cashlines member, contact your uplines and downlines. Let them know what is happening in case they're not reading their emails and not reading the news section. Tell everyone you can think of, direct them to the Wheels of Fortune page on your website. There is a recording on there at the moment, a recorded presentation. It's not quite as in-depth as what you're looking at right now, but it gives people a good idea. Please make sure you attend a training session. This is so important. Trainings run several times a day, every day, so there is absolutely no excuse. Register from the link on the Wheels of Fortune page of your website, on the front of your site, or you can get it from the news section in your back office. And this is the page that you would go to on the front of your website if you want to register for any of the trainings or any of the presentations. It's username.cashlines.net/Wheels of Fortune. And of course, replace username with your own username, obviously. Now, pre-registration ends on February 29th at or just after midnight Eastern Time. There'll be a period of a few days then where registrations will be disabled, but your websites won't be going down. When we launch, you will have a brand new design of the website. So for Wheels of Fortune members, we'll have a completely different site. But here's the thing, in case you're thinking, wow, I've given out my link, does that mean that, you know, after launch day it won't work anymore? No, it doesn't, okay? You will still have the same URL, so don't worry about that. It's just that it will all look completely different, and the the front page of your website will be a lead capture page and with a video on it. It'll be totally different, completely different setup altogether. Now, after that, after those few days, after when we stop registrations, after that we launch, and this is sometime in the first week of March. I'm not prepared to give a day. Hoping for 3rd or the 4th, but I'm just not giving a day because, you know, there's always last minute things that happen. So first week of March, okay? Thank you very much for attending. I hope you got something from this. And your next step is to invite everyone you know to one of these presentations. Invite them to look at the Wheels of Fortune website page on your website. And of course, you can always send a support ticket in by the support system if you have questions, or you can ask a question right here. So just over to the right there and just down a little, you'll see the question box. And what I will do now is I will leave this room open for a few minutes. So although the sound will stop, the room's going to be open for a few minutes. This will allow you to submit a question. That question will be answered, you know, hopefully we do our best to answer it within 24 hours for you. Okay, and that'll come direct back to your email. So if you have asked a question like that, you know, look out for the answer in your email. So thank you very, very much again, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day or your evening, and bye for now.